So I rewatched Super Episode 104 two more times, and after seeing it two more times, I will say that I actually enjoyed the episode more. They did reuse some animation. I saw a few frames here and there that were definitely reused, but after rewatching the episode, I've decided to go ahead and drop two videos today instead of just this one later on tonight right here on this channel. It should be tonight, if not tomorrow at the latest, but it should be tonight. I'm going to be dropping another video going into the explanation of why Goku is using Super Saiyan God Red and the differences between red and blue and sort of like Goku's mentality behind the three different forms, the yellow, the blue, and the red. I'm going to do a whole video kind of doing what I consider like a review, you know, and not a review like in the sense of like reviewing an episode, but I mean like revisiting all the data, you know, like from the beginning of Battle of Gods all the way through until episode 104. So that should be a treat for those of you guys who are out there and you might still be confused, or if you know somebody who is confused and you don't feel like explaining it to them for half an hour or for you know, for like 5 paragraphs of text because it can be confusing. The video is coming, so look forward to that later today. But that's my little cheap plug. But let's get to our preview for Super Episode 105. And I'm going to get into a spoiler later. I'm going to give you a warning later. Not right now. Not right now. Later. Because I observed something recently that I want to point out that might be a big twist in this episode. I'm not 100% sure, but it probably is. So I'm just giving you a warning that later in this video I will have a spoiler, but I'll give you plenty of warning then when we get there. Let's go ahead and preview episode 105, The Rise of Roshi once again. Hey, it's me, Goku. First of all, I like Roshi just creeping around there behind the rock there. It's like that old meme, you know, so and so watches you masturbate. Like it reminds me of that. You know what I mean? It reminds Master Roshi watches you masturbate. So, all right, this blue thing here. I've got Shadow Raiko's thing here open up. Thank you as always, Shadow Raiko. Shansta is that blue little, you know, Pokemon looking thing there. And this episode, by the way, this Shadow Raiko thing, this is last week's. I don't have this week's yet as of this recording. I'll have it later. But there's not going to be too much to talk about because there was only one elimination in Super Episode 104. So there won't be too much to talk about there. I won't even do a video on it because there's only one guy that got thrown out. But I'm still going to use this as a reference to show you guys these characters. And because this episode, 105, is going to be mostly focused on Universe 4. We're going to go back to talking about Universe 4 and Roshi's little beef with them, or whatever you want to call it. You know, we've seen episodes about Universe 2 and Universe 11. Universe 3 has not had that much shine yet, but I think that's coming. I think in the next 3 or 4 weeks, we're getting a Universe 3 shine. So Universe 4 is going to be it. So that guy is the Shansta. That's this thing right here. So Goku says, with the results of his training, Master Roshi is performing great. Good. I guess he means he's not going to get horny. I don't know. All right, and then that lady there was, I think that might have been Dark Hori. I couldn't really tell. Roshi almost gets thrown out there. Now that right there, that definitely is Dark Hori. So again, Universe 4 once again. Dark Hori, of course, being what appears to be a tribute to Morrigan from Darkstalkers, or if you played like Marvel vs. Capcom, she was in those games as well. I'm sure you know who Morrigan is. Or Puzzle Fighter, one of my favorites. Black and Fist was down here at my house last year, and we played Puzzle Fighter a lot. Had a good time there. I love this shot right here of Roshi with the fire behind him. I may use it as a thumbnail for this video. Like, as I'm recording this video, I don't even know what the thumbnail is. I don't even have one picked out. So I might use it. If you see it, there you go. Love that shot of this. And, of course, the hand there is not Roshi preparing to do a fireball, or as the fighting game enthusiasts call it, or a ki blast. No, folks. That hand is him thinking about squeezing some boobies and resisting from squeezing the boobies. I really believe that that is what's going on here. And Goku says, I love this line, before him stands the Universe 4 Warriors. See, he wants to, I'm telling you right there, see, he wants to honk her. He wants to give her a honk, and she's freaking out. This, of course, is Caway, or Caway, the character that we found out is supposed to be seducing Roshi in this episode. So let's go ahead and keep going. Nice shot here of Magetta. I presume that Magetta is a little bit upset because of the elimination of Botamo, his boy. I don't know that for sure. That's just my guess, but he's definitely not a member of Universe 4, but I think this is just going to be a different shot of him fighting somebody. So, and that's good because episode 104 did focus a lot on just Dispo and Goku and hitting those guys. They didn't really talk about anything else. Like, we saw very little of anybody else. We saw nothing with Gohan or Frieza or any of that. So maybe here we'll get some more of Botamo. I'm sorry, of Magetta. Botamo's already out. Master Roshi. Well, see, the thing is, those subtitles are wrong. Because the thing about the Daisuke Crunchyroll subs from Toei is that they change things that aren't really like... It's not really a big deal, but they're not the best subs. Right here, Goku sub says, Master Roshi, you're going to risk your life to pull off that big attack. What he actually says is Ji-chan. And Ji-chan is Japanese for, like, Gramps. So, like, if you have, like, an older person who's kind of like a mentor to you or, like, a grandparent or a great uncle or something, you can call him Ji-chan, right? It's just a little playful thing. That's what Goku says here. He didn't say Muten Roshi. He says Ji-chan. So, and that's because, if you go back and you watch Dragon Ball in Japanese or read the manga, he refers to Roshi as Gramps or Ji-chan. That's like his little playful name. But he basically asked Gramps here, are you going to risk your life to pull off that big attack? What attack could it be? I'm curious. This is pretty cool right here. That shot of Ganos there, right there, or Ganos, with the blue energy and the Naruto headband. So I guess he's gonna be going up against Roshi. This electricity here, I thought at first it might have been Roshi using that electrified move, but no, I think that is Ganos there doing his own thing. So that's gonna be the main event fight of the episode, I believe. Don't, Master Roshi, don't die. There, and you heard Goku say it again, Ji-chan. He didn't say Roshi, he said Ji-chan. Now, right here we see, let's talk about this. He's saying don't die, Gramps, don't die, because, well, he's doing the Mafuba. I mean, there's the bottle. He's doing the Mafuba. He wants to trap somebody from Universe 4 in this thing, we presume. It's interesting, though, because number one, you would think that by now Roshi would have mastered the Mafuba to where he can perform the technique and not die, like what Ten Shinhan and Goku later on in Super were able to do, and Trunks too. Remember, you can train your body to not die from the Mafuba. Roshi did, Mutaito did in Dragon Ball, but Goku and Tien survived it. You would think that Roshi would have learned how to do it too, but I guess not. That's probably why Goku's screaming not to die. But what's interesting about seeing that little bottle there is the idea of weapons being outlawed in the tournament. Technically, a bottle that seals your opponent, I think, and I'm no referee, but I think that's a weapon, dude. This Roshi may end up getting himself disqualified right here for using this. So next on Dragon Ball Super, a desperate battle, Master Roshi sacrifice. She's doing, and what she's doing here, she's doing like the sexy, seductive thing. I'm guessing what happens is Roshi's going to fight Ganos, and Ganos is probably going to lose, and then he's going to think, or maybe, not lose, but he's not going to be enough for him. So maybe he's going to say, all right, let's figure something out, and then I'm presuming that Ganos probably knows that Roshi is a pervert, and he's trying to use the sexual advances of Caway here to seduce him into... He should use Mona. Why not use Mona too, right? To seduce Roshi. So that's my guess as to what's going to happen in the episode. Obviously, like we talked about before, Universe 4 has spies, so it would not surprise me if they already knew about Roshi's pervertedness. And there's the Roshi face, which I think is just an absolute classic. I love this character, Master Roshi, so much. He is so, I'm always going to love that character to death. My spoiler, all right, what I think is a spoiler, okay? I think it's a spoiler, but just to be safe, this is your warning. I think Roshi's going to get eliminated either this week or the next week. In other words, episode 105 or 106, because in that chart that came out recently with Jump Magazine that showed Goku's new transformation, he was eliminated from Universe 7. I think he was. Eliminated from Universe 7, so I think he was. So that... I don't have it in front of me, so I have a feeling that if that's the case, he might be the next one to go. He might get his own episode like Krillin and then be the next one to go. I honestly don't even remember if he was actually the one. I think he was. I think he was. My memory may fail me. If so, whatever. But I would not be surprised if Roshi is the next one to get thrown out. Thank you so much for watching the preview. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you a fan of Roshi? Are you excited to see an episode about him? And what do you think about Universe 4? I think it'll be a blast to watch next week. So thank you so very much, and hope you all have a great day. And don't forget, I got that other video coming out later tonight. Hope you enjoy that as well, and I'll talk to you later.